Master students receive excellent training in research and technology, but they often lack exposure to how companies actually operate in practice. Many have limited awareness of the small and medium enterprises. The goal of 1000 Plus is to bridge this gap by working on real-world industry challenges. Through deep dive, the students gain practical experience, while the companies gain a meaningful opportunity to increase their visibility and connect with future talents.
What happens during a 1000 Plus project week? Students work in teams on real-world business problems, directly on-site at the company. That's really important. And they dive into the world of the company, their field of business, and develop a solution to the problem.
What was special about TUM 1000 Plus was working on a real problem in a real company. It was interesting seeing how the theory that I've studied actually applies in the real world.
I think it's a low barrier entry to attract great talent to work on challenging problems and come up with good solutions in a limited time frame. Even though the students were faced with a very deep technical problem, they managed to construct an entire pipeline which will further aid our research efforts in this area.
I learned how to handle a topic I had never done before and to collaborate with a team I have never met before.
You just have 5 days to go from raw interviews to a board recommendation. You cannot wait. You have to perfect it and you have to ship it, make decisions and then defend them. It felt very much closer to a real-life consulting work than anything I have experienced before.
What we learned from the students was actually this combination of being able to look into the detail as well as look on the surface. That is something that we'll definitely implement after this project.
I'd highly recommend that any student join the TUM 1000 Plus Project Week because it's a great glimpse into seeing what it's like to work in Germany and to see what skills you still need to acquire before you graduate.
It's incredibly fun. You're missing out if you don't apply.
Participation in the TUM 1000 Plus Week creates room for projects which otherwise would not get the attention needed. And additionally, you profit from the strong, open-minded perspective of the students.
1000 Plus was a great experience for Artifact. We really learned a lot and we really would like to recommend it. It was a tremendous experience where we learned about what we need to provide to future employees.
When you want to work on a real-world industry problem and gain insight into the German industry, then you should definitely apply to TUM 1000 Plus.
It can be a very great learning for everyone.
We want to strengthen the connection between academia and industry, and we want to prepare our students for their career entry and of course support also the exchange between international and German students. Don't hesitate to join us on our 1000 Plus journey.